Hey everybody, I'm Anj.
And I'm Laura, and we are Veganish.
So today you're in for a treat because we are making a Thai coconut curry. It is so good, it's super flavorful, packed with veggies, super healthy too.
Yeah, so Anj made this a couple weeks ago for us, and we've never had it before. We loved it. It was so flavorful and good.
My dad got like thirds of it.
Yes.
It was really good.
You know it's good.
Yeah.
And so I said, okay, we need to make this for everybody else and show you how to make it. So I am Angela's sous chef today, so she's gonna tell me what to do.
All right. Let's get cooking. So as I said, this is very much a veggie-packed meal. It's honestly whatever you have in your fridge. If you have any leftover veggies, you can throw anything into this pot and it'll taste delicious. Today, we're going to be sauteing up an onion, some bok choy, broccoli, mushrooms, and some tofu. We'll actually be boiling the carrots first just because I find carrots take a long time to actually cook. So just to help speed up the process, let's get chopping. All right, so we have this on medium heat. I'm gonna put like a scoop of coconut oil in the bottom, and this is what we're gonna be frying our stuff in. And now I'm going to throw the onion in. Throw things in the pot at the rate that they'll cook. So obviously the onions will go first and the mushrooms will go last. So we're gonna put in 3 heads of bok choy. I don't know, are these heads? 3 things of bok choy. You can honestly, you can make it 4, you can make it 2, depends what you like. I also substituted this for kale last time. We didn't actually have any bok choy, and so I just used up what was in our fridge. This is really like whatever you have, you can put it in there and it'll be great.
Yeah, so Anj has 1 onion in here.
Yeah.
I have about 1 large head of broccoli and 2 carrots that I am just microwaving for about 4 minutes. And mushrooms, how many mushrooms?
Decent amount of mushrooms. I love mushrooms, so we can put them all in, especially because they condense so much. The bok choy and the mushrooms are kind of the main ingredients here.
The broccoli and the carrots, I just steamed them in the microwave for a few minutes with a tiny little bit of water, and now we're just gonna dump them into the pot with the bok choy and the onions.
Okay, so for the meantime, you can just keep those veggies on low and we will be focusing on the tofu. So a lot of people say that tofu is bland and we do not want to have bland chunks of tofu in our soup. So we are going to be separately sauteing them in some coconut oil and some soy sauce just to make sure that they really are like crispy little bites of flavor.
So what we're gonna do is gonna cut up the tofu and make them like a 1/4 inch little blocks.
Yeah, just kind of little squares. Obviously it's a soup, so you don't want to be like kind of biting through a bunch of stuff. And it's so much easier to cut it while it's still in the package and then take it out after. Keeps it all together. This is 2 full packages of extra firm tofu that we have in here right now. This has been sauteing in the coconut oil for a couple minutes. I like to just have it a little bit more warmed up and fry it a little bit just in the coconut oil by itself before I add the soy sauce. So now we'll add the soy sauce. Oh, actually, tamari for the gluten-free people. I'm gonna be adding about 2 to 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. I really want it to coat it all and so it all gets some nice flavor.
Just swapped out the pots, so the tofu is sauteing back there for a little bit longer. The bok choy is nice and bright green and a little wilty. Everything else looks quite bright and nice.
Yeah, so now we can add the mushrooms.
Right.
We're just gonna saute all the veggies for just a couple more minutes and then we will add the liquids.
I'm gonna add some vegetable broth, 2 of these containers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the nice thing is if you're gluten-free and looking for a gluten-free broth, this Campbell's actually has a little gluten-free sign on the bottom, so.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, we'll just pour that in.
Now we're gonna add 1 can of coconut milk. This is just gonna make it really nice and creamy.
This actually makes the dish, but really, if you don't like coconut, you could probably use a different plant-based
Yeah, just a heavy
milk.
cream or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our tofu is looking a little bit dry, and we definitely don't want that. We want all of the yummy fried up flavors. So I am gonna add another tablespoon or 2 of soy sauce, just as much as you think, so it's coating it all nicely. Should be kind of bathing in it.
Oh, we're just gonna add 1 cup of water because it has to be nice and brothy too.
Yeah, the broth tastes so good with this, especially because you can also pair this with rice noodles and you still want it to be very soupy. Like obviously you can eat this alone or with the noodles, but the broth is one of the best parts of it. All right guys, so it's spice time. We still have the tofu frying in the back. We really want those nice and crispy. So for now, we will be doing the spices.
Okay, so we're gonna start with like a vegetable bouillon powder.
You can just get those cubes. This one's nice because it's also gluten-free.
Just start with a teaspoon and see how it tastes.
Yeah, we're already adding to the vegetable broth that we have in here.
Yeah.
We will be adding 2 teaspoons of garlic.
And we'll do about a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric.
We'll also be adding 1/2 teaspoon of ginger. You can add more if you like more. This is just kind of like a nice, kind of spicy.
And so for curry, it'll be about 1 teaspoon. Oh, that's gonna look nice.
And pepper to taste, of course. How many did you do?
12?
I don't know, 13 maybe? And we also will be adding some more tamari directly into the soup, but we're gonna do a taste test after we've added the tofu because it has the tamari on it already.
And it already is smelling really good.
Yes. Oh, it looks so good and creamy and flavorful.
Yeah.
This is gonna be great. So because the vegetable broth powder and also the tamari have a decent amount of salt in it, we won't actually be adding any salt to this, but if you have omitted either of these steps or you just like it a little bit more salty, you can add more, just, you know, salt to taste. Okay, so we just did a taste test and we found that it needs a little bit more spice. So we're gonna just up the curry, probably another teaspoon, as well as the ginger, probably another like 1/2 teaspoon.
Yeah, so that's in total, that would be 2 teaspoons of curry, a teaspoon of ginger altogether?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so our tofu is pretty much done. I just want to show you, it's really nicely browned on some of the sides. You can tell that it's fried up a little bit. I don't know if you can see that there. Now we'll be adding it to the rest of the soup.
Nicely done.
Thank you. It looks so good and creamy.
It does.
And like, honestly, this is just vegetables and protein. Like, it's so packed with nutrients.
Yes.
Yeah, and like I said before, you can add kale or broccolini or some potato, red pepper even. I think anything would taste good in this.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think as it cooks, then the flavors will start to come out.
Yeah.
So it's not, ours hasn't boiled yet, so we'll just wait for it to simmer.
It just gives a chance for all the vegetables to absorb all the flavors and for it all to kind of work together. So we'll let it cook for 15 to 20 minutes and then we will see you soon. As I said, you can pair this with rice noodles. So we just have these, what are they even?
It's just rice noodles.
Okay, they're just rice noodles. So we will be making these. There's instructions on the back if you don't know how, just basically boil it in water.
Yeah.
And yeah, it'll be done by the time that the soup is done. Okay guys, so the soup is finally done. It's been simmering for about 15 minutes, and since it was simmering, all the extra flavors came out and we didn't actually add any more tamari into it. Obviously, when you make it yourself, you can add some if you would like to, probably just like a tablespoon or, you know, to taste.
Yeah, but it smells delicious. It really smells great.
It does, it smells heavenly.
It looks nice and creamy.
If you don't want to add in any tofu, you can easily saute up some chickpeas and it'll go perfectly in this also.
Yes.
Tasting time.
Yeah.
So we've just ladled out some into this bowl and we have added some rice noodles to this also. Oh my goodness, it's so good.
It's delicious.
It's like packed with flavor. It's really so yummy. My goodness. I am gonna love this. My dad is gonna love us for making this. We hope you love it too.
Yes, please let us know if you've tried the recipe. Leave a comment down below. We will post the whole recipe in the description below. You can take a look at that. And remember what Anj said, this is like our goal is for you guys to be able to just use what you have in your fridge. You know, like pull something out and say, what can we use and how can we make this vegan? So hopefully this has given you some ideas to play with. Anything that's in your fridge, throw it into the soup as long as you have the right flavorings.
Yeah.
It should come out just as delicious as ours.
Exactly. Yeah. And if you're a fan of soups, we will be posting a creamy butternut squash soup soon.
Which is also delicious. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, well, have a good day and happy cooking.
See you later.
See ya.
Ooh, that's hot. My mom's a cool mom. Oh, is that not even gonna come out? We gotta mix it first.